on. If you are seeing this right now, that means I've had a productive day, a productive week, a productive month. It also means you're tuned in. But if you are subscribed, take 2 seconds, click the subscribe button. I promise you won't regret it. Because I mean you fuck with me, which means I fuck with you, period. So today, guys, this is my first story time in my chair at my Airbnb property. Not too much. Hold the applause, hold the applause. Your girl is on to bigger and better things, so more coming soon on that. But I have recently been on live, and my last live on YouTube, I did ask which story I should do first, and by popular demand via one person on my live named Dennis. Hey Dennis, this for you. I am starting with my housekeeping horror stories. I've been cleaning on and off for probably the past 6-7 years. I started as a moving company. As I was doing my moving company, people was needing cleaning, so I started a cleaning company. Lasting Touch Cleaning. I started it officially probably under my own name. I started it probably 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. And when I first started, I was posting ads on Craigslist.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Yes, y'all. Craigslist. I know. People have some crazy stories about Craigslist. Craigslist is not the safest site. I'm surprised it's still up. Ads used to be kind of short and sweet because I didn't have a lot of before and after pictures. So that just tells you right there, because any Craigslist ad without pictures of what people actually do is a red flag. But I mean, you got to start somewhere. So I was posting Craigslist ads with no cleaning pictures, no nothing, just my phone number and what the prices was, and call me if you need your house clean. So this was actually one of my first jobs. I would get a lot of scam calls. I would get a lot of emails and a lot of text messages, not really saying too much. So I kind of knew, like, okay, y'all don't really want no cleaning. It was very obvious with certain people. But this one particular guy called, and we're sitting on the phone, we're talking, he telling me what he needs. He's like, yes, I'm a very neat person. I just work a lot. I'm kind of OCD. I like things a certain way. I would need everything dusted. It's a lot of places in my house that I just don't pay attention to, and now everything seems dusty. I just need this, I just need that. So I'm writing stuff down. I'm like, okay, it'll cost this much if it takes this long. I was charging about an hour. I'm like, I bring all my own supplies. He was like, okay, when can you come? I'm like, when do you need me to come? I mean, at this point, I only had like one cleaning job, and I think it was like somebody I knew. So I'm like, you know, whenever. I didn't want to seem like I was just so available. So I'm like, I can come like either Wednesday or Friday. He like, you know what, Friday would be cool. I'm like, okay, Friday. So Thursday come, I text him early in the morning like, hey, just checking in, wanted to make sure we were still good. No text back. Okay, a couple hours pass, it's probably around noon, a little afternoon. I give him a call, no answer. Okay, he ends up texting me 8 o'clock that night, Thursday night, like, hey, I'm sorry, been working all day. Yes, tomorrow noon, please come, please come, please come. I'm like, okay, cool. Yo, I went to Home Depot. I remember I went to Home Depot before the cleaning job. I remember getting everything I need. I was kind of excited. This was back when, you know, I was just starting my company. I'm like geeked and ready. I'm like, yes, about to make this 150, easy 150. This, I'm about to get it. You feel me? Like easy money. I'm getting all my supplies. I probably spent like $50 at Home Depot. I wanted to be professional. I told him I was bringing all my own supplies. I had a duster. I had a brand new mop. I already had a broom and dustpan. I was getting all my stuff together, looking professional. I had a nice little uniform. I was ready. Very first official customer. So I go to the address. I'm not gonna say what city it was, but it was kind of like, it was in Metro Detroit. So it wasn't too far from Detroit, but it was like one of the nicer areas right outside of Detroit. So I pull up at his house. It's a nice block, a decent block. I see his 2 cars in the driveway. So I pull up in front of the house. I give him a text like, hey, I'm outside. No reply. I wait a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's hot and I had an old car. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no air. I got the windows down. I'm sitting in the car like, okay, let me call him. I call him. He answered like,
oh, hey, yeah, the door's open. I didn't see your text.
I'm like, okay. Door's open. I'm a stranger coming to your house. You leave the door open for me to just walk in. Red flag that I ignored. So, from this day forward, I don't do this for this specific reason. I get out the car, I grab my big bucket. I have the bucket where you put the mop in and you press the thing and it spit like a spin mop bucket. I put all my cleaning supplies in the one bucket and I have my broom, dustpan, and mop in one hand. And I got my bucket of brand new cleaning supplies in my other hand. I got my purse wrapped around me with everything in my purse. I'm walking in there ready, one trip. You know what I'm saying? One trip, I ain't gotta come back to the car. So I'm walking in this man's house like this. I'm looking around. This house clean as fuck. I mean, when I say clean, his whole decor, his whole house was white, glass, and mirrors. Like everywhere. All the walls were white, the furniture was white, all the little picture frames and stuff on the wall was like mirror. All the little ornaments and stuff on the table, all the decorations was glass. It's literally white walls, white furniture, glass, mirrors, spotless. I don't even see no dust. Like, and this is just from me standing in the doorway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just standing there with my stuff and I'm just peeping like, this house clean as hell. This nigga about to have me washing walls, or like, what the fuck is there to clean? Like, what the fuck? So I'm walking and something say like, just stop. You walking through this man's house. I'm like, hello? Hello, I'm here. This is Ebony, I'm here. He's like,
oh, yes, I'm in the back.
I'm still walking with all my stuff. So I'm walking through. It's like when you come in the door, you can either go straight to go in the kitchen or you can make a left to go through the living room. I'm just walking through the living room. I'm walking through the dining room. It's a hallway. So I'm looking down the hallway like, are you back here? He like,
yeah, I'm in here.
So I set my brooms down and I set my bucket down as I'm pushing the door open. Y'all, I pushed the door open and this man, this Caucasian man, is laying in the bed, butt ass naked. Butt ass naked. How did I know he was butt ass naked? Because first of all, his white skin had black body hair everywhere. He was looking like a bear from the neck down. Because he didn't have no hair on his head, but his body was full of hair. And he had the blanket wrapped around one leg and the other leg outside the blanket. So I seen his whole side profile of his body, butt ass naked. And he's like,
hey, I'm glad you made it.
I remember his face and his body so vivid. I know that I had froze for at least 60 seconds. And I had just put my stuff down. So I'm like, bitch, I ran. I ran out that house so fast. Now, mind you, my purse was a wraparound purse. So I still had it was a crossbody. So I still had my purse on, but my dumbass had brought all this stuff in and set it down right outside his room. I took off so fast. I didn't have time to grab them brooms in that bucket and shit. I ran out of there. Thank God my keys was in my purse. I ran out of that house so fast. I didn't even close the door. I hopped in my car and got the fuck on. Left all my brand new cleaning supplies. I had spent probably over $50 at Home Depot on those cleaning supplies, bro. Got the fuck out of there. I blocked his number and I got to calling people on my way. I had to pull over on the side of the road because my nerve, like my hands were shaking. I was so fucked up. I will never forget that shit. Like, bro. And then I started thinking about the red flags, like us talking on the phone. We was talking about what he needed done, but he was, you know what I'm saying, getting a little too personal. And now that I have so much experience, I know that that call was weird. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, I found out like what the flow of an actual customer conversation is. And then I'm just thinking, you know, I'm a stranger coming to his house. Maybe he want to get to know me. He asking, when's my birthday? He asking, do I have kids? Am I married? He asking all these questions. And I'm just being, oh yeah, just nice little, happy little, naive, Ebony, just, girl. Sick, traumatized. I didn't post no more ads on Craigslist for a very long time. I say, you know what? I'm going to just let everybody know on Facebook, on Instagram, your girl cleaning houses. I don't know how I'm about to advertise, but Craigslist is not it. No. Okay? So that was like officially my first, cleaning job, but it was really my second cleaning job. Like, bruh. So this next one, this was like years later. I had been cleaning for years. I was cleaning and working a job at the same time. I would quit cleaning, go back to working, not do that no more, go back to cleaning. I was all over the place. If you watch my vlogs, you will know that I will quit some shit when it don't work out. I did start posting back on Craigslist, and I was able to control the flow of the conversation and actually fill out the person and realize who was for real, who was a weirdo, and who actually needed cleaning. I did get her through Craigslist. Now, she called, and I could tell in her voice that she was just stressed out. I could tell that she was just like a single mom, and she was like, the house is just a mess, and I usually don't even have people come, and like this was her first time having a cleaning person come. And you know, I kind of love those customers because they don't know what to expect, and then they're always satisfied because I do a good job, and then it's your first time having somebody clean, so you like, wow, you know what I'm saying, because I'm good at what I do.
Like, please don't judge me. It's a mess, I'm embarrassed, but you know, I just really need some help.
Okay, I got you. So the day come where I'm coming to her house. Now, this was a red flag, but for some reason, I know that she needed me, so I still went. Like I said, I text the day before, she confirmed. The morning of, I put her address in. It's basically, it took me to an empty lot, right? The address she gave me, when I put it up on Google, it just showed the block. But sometimes Google do that. It don't show you the exact house for some reason. So maybe it's a newly built house. Maybe the house wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? When Google took the picture. You know, I'm calling her. She not answering the phone. I'm like, you know, let me just wait. Because, you know, this was a couple dollars. She told me it was bad. I was kind of overcharging her. I could tell she had the money because she like, you know, whatever it costs. I'm like, oh, whatever it costs. Oh, I'm going to need $500. So she ended up calling me back. She like,
oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was trying to get the baby together. I have to drop him off at school. Where you at? Where you at?
I'm like, yeah, the address actually sent me to this empty lot. And she like,
oh, it's in the back of that lot.
I'm thinking it was the other house on the other side of the block. I'm thinking it was just a big, huge lot, like where a missing house was. But no, this was her front yard. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh, that is a house back there. I'm like, where's the front door? She like,
the front door is actually on the side. You know, a lot of people get confused. You haven't been here before.
I had learned my lesson years back that I do not take all my stuff in when it's my first time going to a customer house. I leave everything in the car, even my purse. All I have is my keys and my phone. So I walk through this damn field to get to this lady's side door, front door. And I walk in, and she was right. The house was a mess. As soon as you walk in, it's a trail of clothes. Like, I don't know if she was trying to organize the clothes and she had different piles set up, or if somebody literally got dressed every day of the month and just took their clothes off and left a trail all the way back to the bedrooms. Like, the living room was full of piles of clothes.
Please, don't worry about any of these clothes. I'm getting it together.
But then I'm looking at the rest of the living room. It's a broken chair, like a kitchen, like a wooden kitchen chair. It's broke on the floor. It's piles of glass on the carpet. Like, I'm talking about piles of glass, like scattered. Like somebody was throwing glass at the wall and they had just scattered on the floor. Like each glass that broke, it was just on the floor. And then I look towards the kitchen because the front door went straight into the living room. And as you walk through the living room, you could turn into the kitchen. It's fucking blood on the floor.
Oh, hell no!
She's like, yes, it was a crazy night. I told you, it's a mess.
I'm like, okay, but then I'm looking at the, the stove and the sink and everything else looking normal, but it looked like a fight broke out in this bitch, or like a murder scene or something, like blood, glass, broke chair. I'm like, okay, what else you need to do? So she showed me the bathroom. It's blood in the bathroom sink. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I bought my gloves that come up here, but everything else was like normal dirty, like the stove and the kitchen sink and stuff was like, dirty dishes, little food and stuff on the stove. Like, okay, boom.
She's like, yeah, don't worry about none of the rooms. Just do like this kitchen area. I'm gonna get these clothes together. I have to drop my son off. Are you here? You good here by yourself?
I'm like, yeah, I'm cool.
My son's school is right around the corner.
Well, let me go out to the car. Let me walk through this field and go get my stuff. I'm gonna bring it back in, and I'm gonna start in the bathroom, because the bathroom was probably the worst. Like, even with the blood, the bathtub, the towel, like, that was gonna take some elbow grease. The kitchen was like normal dirty besides the fucking blood. So I definitely sprayed all the blood with bleach and let that sit for a minute, because it's fucking blood dry. I'm gonna have to throw my rags away. I got done with the bathroom before she even came back, so she took way longer than she said she was, because it usually take me like 30 to 45 minutes, because I'm sometimes too detailed, but I also be trying to milk the clock. But with her, I was charging her a flat rate because I just thought it was so bad, and she act like she had all this money. So I'm trying to take my time, trying to make it seem like, I'm really doing what I'm doing, but I was really in there bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So I come out the bathroom, she's still not back. I make my way to the living room. I'm sweeping the glass and stuff off the carpet into the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? So I could just sweep it up. I'm not about to vacuum up no glass. So I make my way to the kitchen. I sweep everything to a pile. I wipe that blood up, you know what I'm saying? I get the load in the dishwasher. She's still not back. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping, because I really like when customers aren't at home, because it's not no awkward conversation. I don't have to fake like I really want to talk to you. I can get in here, do my job, and get the fuck out. So I'm loading the dishwasher, wiping off the sink, all of that. I get over to the stove. I'm taking the things, the metal eyes and stuff off the stove. I'm spraying it. I hear, I hear her car pull up, and I hear her slam the fucking car door. She slammed the car. I heard her slam the car door. But, I'm thinking, all right, I didn't hear her slam the door when she got in the car, but she slammed the door when she got out the car, so I know somebody here. This lady, Caucasian lady, and I didn't even describe her, but picture Brittany Murphy from 8 Mile.
This is much better than pressing bumpers.
I'm not gonna be there long.
Where are you going?
New York. I won this modeling contest a couple months ago. One of the judges said he could help me out. Just gotta get a book together.
What if he ain't for real?
I could tell it's all in your face that you do other drugs, probably smoke 2 packs a day and drink beer and probably vodka or 1800 or something. That's how she looked. So just imagine, Caucasian lady, super skinny, drugged out. So this bitch, I'm cleaning the stove. She runs in the house. I mean, I felt the wind from the door, and she slams the fucking door, and she locks the door. It's only 2 locks. It's the doorknob and the top lock, but she doing this like she got 15 locks. And I'm still cleaning the stove like, you okay? She like,
Girl, no, I'm not. My ex-boyfriend is here.
I'm like, okay, what that mean? She like,
I might have to call the police.
I'm like, what? So next thing you know, somebody, bro, if I'm making this up, God can shoot me down right now. He's not gonna shoot me down because I'm not making this up. When I tell you, as soon as she said she might have to call the police, somebody banging on the door. I'm still cleaning the stove. This skinny white bitch, I'm sorry, this skinny lady runs to the back and slams the fucking door.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Yeah?
What?
You owe me money.
I'm gonna keep cleaning this stove, bitch. I know you better have my money. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, do. Somebody at the door. She ain't say nothing. I'm still cleaning. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I kept cleaning because I was scared, or if I'm, you know, I really did need that money. But you running in the room, closing the door, somebody is literally kicking on the door or banging on the door so hard the fucking house is shaking. Like, so I go to, you know how you try to look out the blinds without the person outside knowing you looking out the blinds. So I kind of look at the crack of the side of the, so these the blinds right here. So I look on the side of the blinds just a little bit to try to see who over there. This nigga look like, it's a Caucasian man. Tattoos, probably from head to toe, because he had tattoos all over his face, or down his neck. You know what I'm saying? I can see it on his hands. And he's looking pissed. He's pacing back and forth. He's going up and down the stairs on the porch or whatever. And he's still banging on the door. So as I'm looking at him, I felt like he seen me, because it's like we locked eyes and I jumped back like. So I go back to the room. I don't even know which door she went into, because all the doors was closed when I got there. So I knock on one door. I hear her across the hall in the other room. So I go to the door. I'm like, I'm not sure what you want me to do. She like,
I'm sorry, I'm on the phone with the police right now. It's my ex-boyfriend. We had a fight last night. He met me up at the school and followed me home trying to talk, and I don't want to talk. I mean, I know you seen how the house looked when you got here. Like, I'm just so tired of it.
And now that I'm really staring at her face, she do got like a black eye. You know what I'm saying? It don't even look like she brushed her teeth this morning, because it was still like, it looked a little red at the bottom, like her mouth was bleeding. Like, I'm really looking at her like, bitch, why am I here? Why am I here? If this just happened last night or this morning, whatever the fuck you say, because I know when you high and you drunk, you say last night, but it was probably 3-4 o'clock this morning, and you probably ain't even been to sleep this whole time. Like, why did you say I could still come? Like, I mean, she said it the day before, but then she didn't answer the phone when I was on my way, and I just shouldn't have went, because if you don't answer the phone, now, if you don't answer the phone for me to tell you I'm on my way, I'm not coming. Like, this is why.
You can't leave. You can't open the door. Like, just wait till the police get here. Like, here, how much do I owe you?
I'm like, 500.
Like, all I have is 3. All I have is the 3.
I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, I take the money, I put it in my shirt, you know what I'm saying? So I go back to the kitchen and I start getting my stuff together, because I'm not even about to finish. You calling the police, this nigga's still on the porch. I can't leave till the police get here. So it's just a waiting game at this point. So I go back to the window, you know what I'm saying? I'm peeking. It's 2 black police officers. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, you know, my nigga, like, we gonna be good. Like, he ain't about to fuck these black cops. So I'm looking out the window. Now the police is knocking. So I tell old girl, like, you know, you want me to open the door? It's the police. The police is here. She like,
here I come.
You know, I know we good. 2 black police officers, 2 white people, my black ass in here. As soon as this door open, I'm about to just leave. So I'm gathering, you know, I pick up my bucket and stuff. I got my mop and my broom. As soon as she opened the door, the police trying to walk in. I'm trying to walk out. I'm like, hi, yes, I was just here to clean. I'm gonna leave. They like,
oh, excuse me. You can't leave. Just wait here. We want to ask you a couple questions.
I'm like, I don't have anything to do with anything. I just came here this morning to clean.
Just a minute.
My nigga, what do you need to, all right. So I'm literally standing on the porch. One of the cops standing outside still talking to him. So I can't even leave. I'm thinking they all about to go in the house. I was still gonna leave, because I don't have nothing to do with this. You feel me? Like, what? So they still standing out there talking to him. He like,
I just want to see my son. She's trying to keep my son from me, and I'm a good father. I do good by them. I pay all the bills here. She doesn't have any money. She's on crack.
Sir, y'all both probably on crack. I'm trying to catch a break in the conversation, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like hopscotch. Like, I'm trying to find where I can just jump in this conversation so I can get my part out of the way, because I don't even know what I have to talk about with y'all, like, for real. So the police officer, you know, finally look at me.
Okay, I just want to ask, what time did you get here? Was it 9:30 or 10 o'clock? Was he here when you got here? I'm like, what time was that?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at my clock. I mean, I had been cleaning the bathroom for about an hour, and then I made my way to the kitchen. I was probably in the kitchen for about 30 minutes. So let's just say 9, 45, 10, 45, 12. I don't know. It was somewhere around 12 noon.
Like, what's 12 noon now?
I'm not sure, sir. I was just here to clean. So she already paid me. So if you're done with this, I would like to leave.
Like, okay, I got your statement. Can I get your number just in case we need to contact you for anything?
No. And I kept I kept walking off that porch and I kept going. And sir, I'm not giving you my number for what I have. Come on now. My nigga. You supposed to be my nigga. You see these two white people. You see I ain't got no relation to these people. I told you I'm here to clean. I got my uniform on. I got my cleaning supplies. Let me leave with this money in my pocket that I did not fully earn. I mean, I did earn it because, bitch, I was kind of scared too. Like, so from that day forward, if you don't answer the phone when I tell you that I'm on my way, or you don't text back when I say, hey, on the way, en route, I'm 30 minutes away, I'm this many minutes away, I'm not coming. Y'all, cleaning houses is not for the weak. Okay, these people be crazy. So this last one, I'ma tell, and this is really, honestly, these 3 stories was the only time something crazy happened. So cleaning houses is not super crazy. Most of my business since I've started has been normal cleaning business. But this specific girl had me fucked all the way up. So let me tell you how I met her. So I ended up meeting her through another customer. So I cleaned this one lady house on the east side. On a scheduled day that I was supposed to go clean this other girl house, their house caught on fire. So I'm calling her, you know, I'm doing my call in the morning when I say I'm on my way. And she like,
no, I'm sorry, we had a fire last night. I'm not gonna need you. I'm actually not gonna need you for a while.
I'm like, what? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, yes, no problem. I hope you figure everything out. I'm glad you guys are okay. Like, you know, it was crazy. I'm like, what the hell? I just talked to you yesterday and now today your house on fire. Like, what the fuck? And she ended up texting me like, hey, my husband's friend actually needs you at his house. You know, our house is still under construction, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to send you a customer. They need you. So here go their information. He's waiting on your call. So I called him and I'm talking to the husband. So he sounded, they was like Kardashian, whatever she is. They was some Kardashian looking people. So, or he sounded that way. But once I got there, I found out they were. So anyway, so he like,
yeah, however much it costs. We just got, you know, 2 bedrooms, 1 big bedroom upstairs. But, you know, my wife is going to be here. I work all the time. So when you get here, you know, she'll tell you what she needs you to do.
I'm like, okay, cool. So my first couple times cleaning their house was cool. I could tell she told me she was a stay-at-home mom. They had one little son. The little boy was bad as hell. I mean, he was cute. Don't get me wrong. He was super cute, super friendly with me. But when it came to his mama, he was bad. Like, she would tell him to do stuff, and he'd be, no, and be laughing. And she
I want to kill my mom. What the fuck? I want to kill my dad. I want to kill my grandma.
We be having 3, 4, 5 kids, and sit your ass down. Sit down, shut up. You know what I'm saying? We still be taking a drink, watching TV, you know what I'm saying, cooking. Sit your ass down and eat. She had one son and was acting like she wanted to pull her hair out. Like, girl, come on. I mean, he bad, but it's one little boy, like, but you know how they is with their kids. They just let them run all over them most of the time. I don't know. I don't want to stereotype nobody, but that's how she was. So, you know, I had cleaned for her a few times. Like, me and her was actually cool. We would like sit and kick it. I used to clean their whole house. I used to clean the upstairs to the downstairs to the both rooms, the bathroom. They had me go in the basement one time. They got some little alligators down there. Girl, I mean, that don't matter. But one time she had broke down and basically told me like her husband was like super controlling, and you know, she didn't say he was abusive, but like mental abuse is a thing, emotional abuse, like, and she just broke down crying. Her family still stayed in their country, and she would be like,
I be wanting to go visit my family, but he be saying I can't go without him, but he works all the time.
Just imagine a customer, like, we kind of cool, I've been cleaning for y'all for a couple months, you know, every 2 weeks or every week or whatever, and you breaking down crying while I'm sitting here wiping the dust off the damn dresser. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, don't cry, please don't cry, it's okay. I'm like, why don't you just leave? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk to her, and she was like, I
can't, you know, he controls my bank account. I'm trying to go back to school. He doesn't want me to get a job. I'm sneaking going back to school.
She just telling me all this shit. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry you going through that. I'm like, please, if you just find the strength to just leave this man, maybe if you just try to book a ticket and just go back to your family. She was like,
yeah, but if I take his son, he's gonna try to find me, and he has all this access to all this information.
She just breaking down one day. So we really bonding, you feel me? Like, she breaking down crying in front of me. I done told her stories, you know what I'm saying, about some traumatic stuff I had been through. I didn't break down crying, but I kind of let her in a little bit because she had let me in. So, you know, we was getting cool. I'm like, girl, you can call me, like, not just for cleaning. Like, if you want to hang out or if you just want to talk, you know what I'm saying, you could call me. Like, we were actually bonding at this moment. So, you know, that happened. The next time I went over there, she seemed like she was in higher spirits. You know what I'm saying? So I'm steady cleaning. I go the same time I want to say I went every week. A couple times I went twice a week because they just act like they don't know how to clean nothing. This specific time, well, let me say, before this time, it was like a couple weeks before I had went twice. And usually she would cash at me, before I leave. Like, she'll cash at me before I leave door. I'll be like, okay, I'm done, I'm getting my stuff, and you'll hear the little change sound, and she paying me before I leave. So the last couple times I had cleaned for her, she was taking forever to pay me. So the first time it happened, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm about to get ready to go. She's like,
okay, I'm gonna have him send you the money, and because I don't have anything on my card and all this is now.
I'm like, okay. So I go about the rest of my day, and I think it was like getting late at night. I'm at home, like laying down, looking at my phone. I'm like, damn, she still ain't pay me. So I sent her a text like, hey, don't forget, you know what I'm saying, to send that cash up. She's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I thought he sent it. So she ended up sending it right after I sent that text message. I'm like, okay, that was weird. I thought it wasn't nothing on your card, but you know, maybe he sent it to you instead of sending it to me, whatever. So the next time it happened, it just happened the same way. She didn't pay me when I was done, took forever to pay me. As soon as I said something about it, she paid me. I'm like, okay. So the next time I went to go clean after that, she was very frustrated this day. I could tell when I got there that she hadn't even washed her ass. She was walking around with this messy bun, you know what I'm saying? The baby was driving her crazy. She was yelling at him, and sometimes she did yell at him, but this day, everything he did, she was like, sit down, no, don't do that. And he was like not listening, like he was running amok. It's like, you're gonna take your nap. He like, no. So I could just tell that she was just having a very bad day. She must have got into it with him, so now she's taking it out on the baby because he was being his normal bad, but she was cussing him out a lot more this day. So I'm like, let me hurry up and get the fuck out of here. So I'm cleaning. So they had, like, the husband had like a game system and all this stuff plugged up to the TV in the living room. So I'm dusting because she asked me to dust this area that I didn't really touch because I don't want to fuck with his cords and shit. I don't know how to put this shit back. So I barely touch any of that stuff just in case I fuck something up and I don't know how to put it back together, and then his game is fucked up. I don't know if he saved it. You know how niggas be with their game. So I'm like, I didn't really fuck with over there, but this specific day, she like,
can you please get behind, you know what I'm saying, these cords and his game system, like it's like really dusty back there.
I'm like, okay. So I'm over there with my duster, and she like,
no, I'm sorry, if you can like get a rag and like really wipe it. Oh, it's fine. Don't make it like actual wet, but just wipe it because the duster is gonna do it.
Okay. So I'll go over there wiping shit. So I'm wiping by the plug. I pick up the internet box. So, oh, I forgot to mention. So she had ended up getting an at-home job. So this is like months after she had broke down talking about he won't let her work and she trying to go back to school. She ended up getting a work from home job, and she had ended up getting a whole setup where they sent her a computer and all that stuff in the back room. But as I'm cleaning over by his gaming system and all that, the cords and stuff, I lift up the internet box to wipe under it and wipe the internet box. And the internet box had came unplugged, or actually, I'm sorry, something had came unplugged. I didn't know it was the internet box at this point because there's so many cords and all this shit going on over here. So when I seen the plug come out the wall, I just plugged it back up. You feel me? And I put the internet thing back down, and I'm steady wipe it. I go on. I think I had actually moved upstairs and was cleaning upstairs. So upstairs was the husband's like office area. I'm trying to hurry up. This really like the last one I gotta do. So as I'm cleaning, I hear her like,
what the fuck?
I think she's talking to the baby because she had been cussing the baby out all day. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I heard her, but I'm steady cleaning. She like,
oh my God, who the fuck? What the fuck? Ebony! Ebony!
I'm like, yeah. And I guess she didn't hear me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm all the way upstairs. So she comes to the stairs and yells up the stairs.
Did you unplug the fucking internet?
I'm like, excuse me?
I'm at work. I took my break from work. I come back to work. My computer isn't working. The internet cannot be off.
She just going. So I come down the stairs, right? Because I'm upstairs with the rag still in my hand. I'm looking over the, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking over the banister to hear what she said. And she just going off. So I'm like, let me go down these stairs because who the fuck is you talking to? So I go down there. I'm like, what are you going crazy about?
Did you unplug the internet?
She's pointing to all the cords. I'm like, well, while I was wiping over there, something did come unplugged. But I plugged it back up.
And why didn't you say anything?
I said I didn't know what it was. The reason why I didn't want to go over there was because all those cords and stuff are over there, and I didn't want to mess anything up. This is what I told you.
Okay, well, you should, if something couldn't unplug, you should have said something. Now my internet's all fucked up.
I said, you need to calm down.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm just very frustrated.
I'm like, right, this is the reason why I told you I didn't want to clean over there. But you said it was dusty, and yes, it was. And the plug didn't come out of the wall. I did plug it back up. I didn't know what came unplugged. I didn't know what it was, but I did plug it back up. So it might take a minute, you know what I'm saying, to reboot. I did plug it back up. And I kind of laughed it off because you doing all this cussing. I'm not your son. And I could have just went off on her then, but I'm like, you know, we got this report, like, we good. And I had never seen her like this, you know what I'm saying? Especially not with me, like, bitch, I thought we was cool, you know what I'm saying? So I had gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was just like, you know, calm down. I'm going to finish upstairs, you know what I'm saying? If the internet don't reboot, maybe you got to unplug it, plug it back up. Like, you know, I do apologize for making it come unplugged. I plugged it back up. Everything should be good. She like, okay, all right. I'm like, okay. So I get done. You know, I tell her I'm done. I don't hear my Cash App go off. I'm like, okay, it's about to be another one of them days, but I'm not about to sit here and wait for no money. I have to go. So I go and do a whole nother cleaning job. I finally get home. Everybody didn't pay me for the day except for her. So, you know, I send her a text like I had did the last couple times, like, hey, don't forget to send the Cash App. I haven't received it yet. No text back. No Cash App. I text her probably like an hour or two later. It was pretty late, but I don't want to drag it on until the next day. I don't want to wake up in the morning and still not have a Cash App and then still be talking about money that you owed me yesterday. I'm not going to do that. So it's probably like 10 o'clock at night, and I text her again like, is everything okay? No response. So then I didn't even let too much time pass before I texted her again. I'm like, hey, I'm not sure what's going on, but I haven't received any payment yet. I finished cleaning your house about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon, so you can just let me know what's going on, you know, everything will be cool. She texted me back and said, wait a fucking minute. So I called her and she didn't answer the phone. I called her again and she didn't answer the phone. So I texted her back and said, what's the fucking problem? She calls me.
Ebony, why the fuck are you texting me like this? I told you to wait a fucking minute. Something's going on with my car. Somebody's charging my car. I don't know what's going on with your car.
I don't give a fuck what's going on with your car. Don't you ever text my motherfucking phone cussing at me. That's first of all. I already let you slide earlier with your little rant. And now you texting my phone, cuz I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, but you got me fucked up. I know where you live.
Oh, is that a threat? Is that a threat?
Send me my money now.
And I hung up. I still didn't get no cash out. This girl just don't know. I do not play about my money, especially when you owe me. Like, I do a good job. Okay, I might have fucked up the internet for a couple minutes, but I do a good job. I clean your dirty ass house every time I come over there with no issues, no problems. And when you pay me late, I still don't give you no heat. I could come and fuck your shit up and leave. And I don't have to worry about looking over my shoulder or nothing, because I don't run into you nowhere, baby. I don't know you. I don't live around these parts. Don't play with my motherfucking money. So I still didn't get my money. Another 25, 30 minutes passed. So I call her again.
Ebony, if you call my phone again,
Bitch, I'm on my way to your house. If I don't get no cash app right the fuck now, I am pulling up.
I was jingling my keys in the phone so you can hear my keys. I made sure I wasn't gonna pull up. I mean, if she didn't send my money, I was gonna pull up. So I had, I'm petty. I had went to my door and like closed my door and made it sound like I was leaving out. I said, I am on my way to your fucking house. If you don't send my cash app right now, we're going to have a fucking problem. Ebony, you come to my house, I'm gonna call the police right now. Call them right now while I'm on my way. We can pull up at the same time. I'm on my way to your fucking house. Send me my money. And she hangs up and sends me my money. She hung up on me and sent me my money. If there was something so wrong with your car, you on the phone with, who you on the phone with? Cash App? I don't know who you on the phone with. I don't know who overcharged your car. I don't know who charged your car that wasn't supposed to charge your car. But that has nothing to do with my money and my services and my Cash App. Send me my fucking money. But I definitely would have pulled back up at her house if it was going to be an issue, because, bitch, I didn't steal your money. I don't have no access to your car or your Cash App. Send me my fucking money. And when she texted me about coming back to her house, I never responded. She started basically harassing me, texting me, talking about, so you're just going to ruin a good business relationship over this and da-da-da-da-da. I said, I'm not sure how the relationships in your life work, but I don't allow anybody to speak to me in that manner, especially not a customer, especially when I'm doing something for you, especially when I never was charging you the full price since the first time I came, because after so long, you know, it's not even that bad when I come, so I'm not going to charge you $150, $180, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just coming and sprucing up, you know what I'm saying, so I wasn't even charging y'all the full rate. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about you, your nigga, your house, or your baby. So I blocked her. Blocked her, didn't have to fight her, because I was definitely about to tag that ass, like, bitch, who you talking to? And you owe me. The fuck? Until next time, you guys, be productive, be safe, and have fun.